All right. Hey, my name is Jenny and I'm going to be assessing you today. What is your name?
Matthew Summers,
All right, Matthew, can you tell me where you're at?
hospital.
Okay. And can you tell me what day it is?
Sunday, August 11th, 2019.
Perfect. And who's the President of the United States?
Trump.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, we're going to assess his cranial nerves. So I'm going to assess cranial nerve number 1. And I have you close your eyes. Can you tell me what you smell?
Mustard.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so cranial nerve number 2, we already tested earlier when we did the Snellgrove eye chart. Now I'm going to test cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. So I'm going to check your pupillary response. Just keep looking at me. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to have you look at the tip of my finger and follow it without moving your head. Perfect. Okay, and I'm going to come from behind and you tell me when you see my fingers.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to have you raise your eyebrows. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to test cranial nerves 5 and 7. Can I have you smile, frown, clench your teeth? Can I have you scrunch your face? Yep, perfect. Okay, does this feel equal on both sides?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to test cranial nerve number 8. Do you hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Hear it on this side?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, now I will test cranial nerves 9, 10, and 12. Can I have you push your tongue against the inside of both cheeks and on the other side? Okay, can I have you open your mouth, stick your tongue out, say ah.
Ah.
And I'm gonna look at his mucous membrane, his teeth, his gums while I'm in there. And then I would do the gag reflex, but I'll save you from that.
Thank you.
And then I could give you a cup of water and have you swallow and test that. And then lastly, I'll do cranial nerve number 11. Can I have you shrug your shoulders and push your face against my hand? And the other side. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to have you do some alternating movement. So can you do this with your hands, back and forth? Touch each finger to your thumb as quick as you can. Perfect. Okay. Now have you close your eyes. Okay, and put your hand out in front of you. Can you tell me what this is?
Sucker.
What kind?
Dum dum.
What flavor?
Okay.
Let's see your other hand, and I'm going to draw something, and you tell me what it is, okay?
Okay. 5.
Perfect. Yep, that's right. Okay, now I'm going to have you stand up and have you close your eyes, stick your hands out to your side, and have you stand on one foot, stand on the other foot. Okay, perfect. Okay, you can open your eyes. Gonna have you walk over to that wall on your tippy toes. Perfect. Now walk back on your heels. Perfect. Okay, we'll have you sit on the exam table again. And now I am going to assess your head. And as I go throughout the assessment, I'll check his skin, look for any abnormalities or marks. First, I'm gonna look at your hair. I'm gonna look for the distribution. Gonna feel around, see if there's any bumps. I am now going to look in your ear. Does this hurt when I pull it back?
Nope.
Okay. There. Go on the other side. Does that hurt?
Nope.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna look up your nose. Beautiful. Okay, and now I'm going to assess your throat. First, gonna look at it and look for symmetry. I'm gonna feel it. Okay, now I'm gonna feel for his thyroid. Can you go ahead and swallow? Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to check the carotid pulse and then check it on the other side. Perfect, that feels good. Okay, and now I'm going to listen to the carotid pulses for the carotid artery. Perfect. Okay, can I have you scoot forward just a little bit? And then on your back, I'm going to feel down his spinal column. Do you feel any pain or tenderness while I do that?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to check for CVA tenderness. Any tenderness when I do that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to listen to your lung sounds. Have you take a quick deep breath. Do it again. Perfect. Okay. Can I have you say 99?
99.
And again?
99.
Okay.
99.
Okay. Can you whisper 1, 2, 3? Okay. And then lastly, can you go E?
E. E. E.
Perfect. And then I do that on the other side. Okay. And now I'm going to listen to your heart. I'm going to listen to the 5 different sides or sites. So first there is the aortic, the pulmonic, herbs, tricuspid, and the mitral. That all sounds really good. Then I'd want to, well, before I listened, I'd want to just visually inspect his chest, look for symmetry, look at color. Okay, can I now have you lay down? Okay, so then I would lift his shirt up and I would visually inspect his abdomen. I am going to take a listen. You can just breathe normally. Then I'm going to listen to your aorta while I'm right here. Listen for any brutes. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to do some light palpating. You tell me if you have any pain at all, okay? Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Palpate all the quadrants. And then I'm going to do some deeper palpating. Let me know if you feel any pain with that. Feeling for any masses or bumps. That feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have you take a deep breath in and breathe out. I'm gonna feel for your liver. Perfect. Have you do it one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And feel for the spleen. Or the pancreas. Maybe both. Okay. I think that is good for your abdomen. If you want to go ahead and sit up again. And I'm going to assess your extremities. So I'll look at your arms, look at your skin, look at the color, the temperature. Can I feel the radial pulses? I have you squeeze my fingers. Perfect. Checking for strength. And then can't really see, but I'm going to check the popliteal pulse, which is behind the knee. Check that on both sides. And with your legs, I'm going to check for any swelling. Going to look at the color, the temperature, cap refill. Oh, which I also didn't do that on his hands. Check the cap refill on that. Have you push down on my hands and have you pull your nose towards your toes. Perfect. And while I'm down here, I'll check for a Holman sign. So I'll dorsiflex his ankle. Is there any pain there? On both sides. Then I will check for clonus and I'll do the same thing. I'll dorsiflex it rapidly and look for the jerking movement. And I think I already checked swelling there. Perfect. So last I'm going to assess your reflexes, and I don't have one of the hammers, so I will just verbalize. So I'm gonna have that be limp. And I'm gonna hit back here, right above the elbow, and that's for the tricep reflex. And then just let that free hang. And I'd hit about right there on top of my finger, and that would be the biceps reflex. And then right above my finger here is where I would hit for the brachioradialis reflex. And then holding behind the knee, I would hit just below the kneecap, and that would be the plantar reflex. And then for your feet, I would hold the bottom of your foot and hit the back of the Achilles tendon, and do that on both sides for the Achilles reflex. And I think that we are all good. So thank you so much, Matthew, for letting me assess you.
You're welcome.